Hey friends, Ashton here again with Gents with 5 more fragrances that you can purchase online for under $25, either through a website like FragranceNet or through eBay. Now, if you're hardcore into fragrances or an avid collector, you'll probably already know all of these already, but if you're someone that's just starting out, then maybe these might be of some interest to you. I'm not going to go into a huge amount of depth on these, just kind of bringing them to your attention, and if it sounds like something you might be into, I'll have the links to their Fragrantica articles below. You can check them out and see if it might be something that you want to purchase. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll start off with a couple of clones, but this will just count as one entry. Club de Nuit Intense Man and Tres Nuit, both by Armaf. Tres Nuit is a clone of Green Irish Tweed. Club de Nuit Intense Man is a clone of Aventus. It's super well known. The main drawbacks here are the opening to Club de Nuit Intense Man is not really good. The dry down is where it smells closer to Aventus. The open is kind of a mess, but most people seem to favor this as their favorite Aventus clone. Tres Nuit is pretty close to Green Irish Tweed. If you smell them side by side, you should notice that Green Irish Tweed is obviously of a higher quality. It's a little richer, it has a little more depth, but it is a pretty good clone. It's the best one that I've smelled so far as Green Irish Tweed clones go. So you can have both of these for under $25 each through eBay. They have sellers in the US now on eBay carrying these, so you don't have to order it from overseas. You can get it pretty quickly. I'm putting these together just because they're the same house and they're both clones. They're not original, but if you're not looking to spend Creed prices, these are both good alternatives. Ferrari Man in Red. You can get this for under $25. You can actually get a tester for under $20 on FragranceNet. Ferrari actually makes really good colognes, believe it or not. Lots of them are really well done. This has apple, bergamot, plum. There's more apple and plum than there is bergamot, but this is a sweet fragrance. It's very sweet, pretty much the whole way through. There's also tonka in the dry down, which kind of adds that version of sweetness on along as well. It is kind of a standard tonka dry down where if you spray this on, you'll be like, yeah, I've smelled that a number of times, but it's well done. If you like club scents that are more on the sweeter side, you could probably swing this as a club scent. You may have to spray it on a little more than you would something like 1 Million, but I do get good longevity and good projection from it, just not as much as I would from 1 Million or 1 Million Intense. It is something that has kind of been done before, you know, a really sweet, fruity fragrance concentrating on apple and tonka, but it's pretty well done, and for the price, if you're on a budget and you're looking for something that's more of a sweet masculine semi-club scent, then this will get the job done. Nicos Sculpture Homme. This has lemon, orange blossom, tonka, benzoin. It's all about the dry down on this one. The open is okay. Some people dislike it. I don't mind it, but it's citrusy and maybe a little off-putting to some just because of the way the citrus comes across. But the dry down is really, really nice. It gets almost a vanillic kind of sweetness, a tiny bit of powder, but it's really well done. And if you check the reviews on this, you'll see that's almost universal, that everybody loves the dry down, even if they don't like the opening so much. You can pick this up super cheap, under $20 actually. The bottle is really cool looking as well. It's definitely going to stand out. This one is one that works better for spring and summer. But for the price, with the presentation and how good that dry down is, honestly, it's one that maybe everybody should have. Aqua Mara by Bulgari. You can pick this up really cheap nowadays. It has orange, neroli, water notes. It's obviously a summer fragrance. It's a bitter orange that you get from this. It's almost like a summarized version of Terre d'Hermès. You also get good projection, good longevity. The bottle is unique looking, as all of the Aqua line are for Bulgari. The only issue with this is if you're putting it into a collection or something, unless you have a holder, it's going to sit flat like this and take up a lot of room, so that's kind of annoying. But the atomizer actually functions really well. This is a fragrance that most people are going to enjoy. They'll either like it, some people really love it, but it's not really something that's going to be offensive that turns a lot of people off. So it is a safe reach, in my opinion, for spring and summer. Lastly, Versace the Dreamer. This was in my top 10 winter designer list of 2016. There's a little bit of sage mixing with lavender in the open. As it dries down, you get some tobacco mingling with florals. There's also some rose in there. And in the base, there's also some tonka that sweetens everything up. You can find this in TJ Maxx, Ross's, and Marshall's all the time, but I would buy it online just because it's a little bit cheaper. This was released about 20 years ago, but it doesn't really smell dated. It still works now, just the same as when it came out. Alright guys, there are some more choices for you for under $25 online. Let me know if you've smelled these. I imagine most people have smelled at least a few of these just because they're fairly common, but let me know what you think about them. As always, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.